I have been YouTubing for more than 2 years. Yesterday, our channel reached 1000 subscribers, and I'm so happy. This wouldn't have happened without your support, and I'll always be grateful for that. Well, today we're going to do a malware analysis. I have never touched this topic in recent times, I suppose, but today I got the reason. The time has arrived. I'll tell you. Recently, I came across a couple of bleeping computer blogs that was discussing about a new malware distribution technique. In the technique, they specified like the threat actors started using Microsoft One documents to spread the malware. So it could be replacing the Microsoft Office documents. That's what they mentioned. It's an unprecedented technique, never seen before. And the thing about Microsoft One document is it is not containing any macros in it, but it is capable of having other files within it. So that is the facility attracted threat actors towards it. And they started embedding other files. It could be LNK file. It could be some other file like VBS or whatever. They can attach that file within that OneNote document and they can spread it to their victim, their target. So that is the intimidating thing about this new technique, malware spreading through the Microsoft One document. So today I'm going to go through that blog, and also I got a sample from Malware Bazaar, and I'm going to analyze that and show what sort of horrible things that it can cause in your device, in your network. So without further ado, let's begin. This is the bleeping computer blog that I was talking about. Hackers now use Microsoft OneNote attachments to spread malware. So this was the first time bleeping computer published a blog about this new technique, and they have done this on Jan 21st. And let's see what they give. Actually, the information that I have already mentioned during the introduction, and this is the technique used to spread various malwares. It could be remote access trojan, it could be backdoor, it could be crypto miner, it could be ransomware, whatever. Any malware you can simply embed within the one document and you can spread it. If I scroll down further, you can see there is a link for that blog that bleeping computer published about the macro disabling. And if I'm scrolling down, you can see the various techniques incorporated by the attackers. They were using ISO images, password protected zip files, and also the LNK files previously. But now you can see this one. This is the image showing the Markov web propagated files inside ISO. So this is the screenshot that is taken from the machine that contains the ISO file that is having the malicious shortcut file. Well, this is one of the techniques used by the threat actors. And you may see the next one, the abusing OneNote attachments. So this is what we are talking about. And look at this email. You can see the attachment here, shipment documents.1. So it's a OneNote document. And this was the first time this document seen in the phishing email. And you can see the banner here. The threat actors used DHL brand to lure their victims. So this is a brand popularly used by the phishing actors to lure their victims. And I'm scrolling down, you can see the page. They opened the OneNote document and they are showing it. So once you click this one or you click anywhere, the malware will be imploding. And you can see this one, the next screenshot. Here they have planted various VB script files. So they are making sure that once the victim clicked anywhere on the document, the malware to be detonated. And I'm scrolling down, you can see the warning message here, OneNote attachment security warning. And you can see this one, opening attachment could harm your computer and data. Don't open it unless you trust the person who created the file. Well, this is the warning, but this might not be taken seriously by the targets. So that is the issue here. And you can see the one of the file that was embedded within the OneNote document. And look at this one. It clearly shows it's a PowerShell script that pulls the malicious stuff from the external third domain. Well, There is a tweet about this technique, and they also gave an advisory how you can protect yourself against these kind of threats. And in the second blog, there is an alarm. Quackbot authors already started using this technique to spread the Quackbot malwares. Well, look at this one. They gave the name as QuackNote. So they combined both the names and gave this. Look at this one. The same stuff, the same thing, the same screenshot, but the malware is different. It is Quackbot this time. And I'm scrolling down. There is a separate exclusive blog by Sophos about this Quackbot distribution. And I'm scrolling down to this, and you can see that pertaining document. Actually, it contains the Microsoft Office 365 banner, but indeed it is a malware. Once you click this one, it will be detonated. And look at this one, the mail. And I'm scrolling down. Bunch of OneNote documents you can witness here. All these documents are containing some sort of malwares. I'm scrolling down. I'm zooming it a bit, and you may see that the code present within that document, and it's a HTA document, HTML application. I'm scrolling down, and look at this one, this function. It contains an external URL. It obviously downloads a .dat script from the external location and links to Quackbot DLL payloads. So it's a DLL file indeed. I'm scrolling down. I'm seeing a lot of nefarious stuffs here. And look at this one. The security researchers of Sophos tried executing this one, and they have recorded that process. And you may see this one. The OneNote document actually creates a MS HTA process, and it as a child process, and it creates run dll32.exe. So this is how it creates its child process and spreads the malware. Well, I'm scrolling down. I think I have done with this blog, but this blog is very informative, and I wish to show the other malwares that is spread through this OneNote document, and you can see the malware bazaar. So this is a comprehensive repository of notorious malwares, and I'm scrolling down. Here you can see bunch of malwares. Every file here given is a malware, and I'm trying to search the specific file type called one, and look at this result. Every file here is a malware, a separate specific malware, and you can see from the tagline which malware it is. It could be ICID, it could be Quackbot, or it could be some other malware. I'm simply scrolling down. You can see Xform is given here, and when I scroll down simply, here is Syncrat. So it is in vast number. Bunch of malwares being distributed, and look at this one. Redline Stealer is distributed through this OneNote document, and the list prolongs. Okay, now we have done seeing this blog and the bunch of samples. Well, now you may have a question. If we are getting the Microsoft Office documents which contains the malware, we do have the tools like OLE and some other tools to analyze that samples without opening the Microsoft Office file. But what if in case of Microsoft One document, do we need to open that file and assess, or how can we analyze it? And that's a valid question. Even I got the same question, and I was googling for some tools to analyze this Microsoft One document, and I eventually obtained an excellent tool that is created by the dude Didier Stevens. So let me go to that specific page. Didier Stevens. So actually he created the Python tool. The tool name is OneDump, and here is the link. He has created this tool and published in January 3rd or 4th week, I suppose, and you can see its usage is very simple. Here is the Python script. Once you mention the Python script, you have to mention the file name as an argument, and it will be giving all the associated files here in the list, and you can see the numbers 1, 2, 3. So by using these numbers, you will be able to download each and every file here, and that is as simple as that. and you can download this specific script from the GitHub repository given here. Well, I will attach this link in the description so that you can refer the video description to download this file. All right, now we are good to begin the malware analysis stuff. I have already downloaded this malware in my Remnux Linux distribution. Here we go. I am in the Remnux distribution, and I have created a directory QuackNote, and here I have downloaded a file, a malware from Malware Bazaar. We are going to analyze this sample today. Let me uncover this one. By using the 7-zip, I am uncovering it. It is asking for the password. The password is common, infected, and yeah, we got that OneNote document. I have also installed that OneDump script created by DDR Stevens. So I am simply calling that script here and the file in order to see the number of files embedded within this one document. I am not opening this document. I am simply using OneDump tool to read the list of attributed files, the file attributes. I mean, list of attached files. Well, look at this one. It contains 4 files, and you can see that the file extension here, couple of GIF files. It could be image or it could be some malicious stuff. Look at the third file. The extension says it is POW, and the fourth one is PNG. It's an image extension, but don't get deceived by seeing its file extension. The file extension might fool you, so always try to examine that file multiple times. Well, all right, now there are 4 files here. We need to download every file here and assess each and every file. There are 4 files embedded within this OneNote document, and let's see how we can extract those 4 files out of this one document. And I'm using OneDump tool for that, and I'm seeing help menu first of all to understand what parameter it is. And look at this one, -s to select the specific file and -o to output that file. Well, it looks simple, straightforward. Let's try that. OneDump, and that's file I'm mentioning. All right, -s to mention the file, the first file, -o, and the output file name, that's your wish. I'm mentioning like quack1. So let me give this. Yeah, now you can see the file here, a newly created file. So this is the file extracted from this OneNote document. All right, I'm doing the same thing for the rest of the files. I'm simply changing the file number and the output file name, quack2, and quack3 here. Here I'm mentioning the number 3. All right, I'm giving the file name for the 4th file, quack4, and number is 4. All right, now we have downloaded all 4 pertaining files, the files embedded in this document. Now we need to analyze all these files separately to understand what this document exactly does. The first step, let's verify the file type. I'm using file command to see that. Look at this one. All these files says it is ASCII text. It is not giving more info about it. Maybe once I give the file extension, it might be giving the different name. But let's try to open these files in the Sublime Text, the text editor. It could be giving some idea. So I'm using asterisks to denote all the file, and you can see I have opened all 4 files. And yeah, see this one, the file header says it's a GIF file, so it's quack2. And quack1, it is also says it's a GIF file, the file header says. And you can also verify this first 2 bytes to verify the file type. And let's see quack3, and look at this one. Here is the spooky stuff. It contains the PowerShell.exe binary name. It does something nefarious. Well, I'm just reading through the 4th one as well, and the first byte says it is a PNG document. Well, let's verify that. The file 4, 2, and 1, I guess. Yeah, 4, 2, 1, except the quack3, the 3rd file. rest of the files looks like an image, looks like the image files. Let's verify that. Don't get deceived by seeing the file extension or the file headline. Now let me search for that file type identifiers. Wikipedia first bytes. The list of signatures and the respective files, I guess. Okay, now we are dealing with the PNG file. Let's see for the PNG file. I'm simply searching through this one. Yeah, here is the PNG file. It begins with 89504E, 89504E, 470D0A, 1A, 0A. Yeah, the first bytes shows it's a PNG file, so nothing harm. And I'm going to the first one here, the GIF file. So let me search for the GIF file. The GIF file says 474946, it begins with. And yeah, here 474946, 383761. Yeah, so looks like it's a legit GIF file. And let me check the remaining one as well. Yeah, looks like 3 out of 4 files are legit image files. So let me confirm this by opening the files in the image editor. I will let me open the file explorer. QuackNote is the folder, and here is the document. Let me open it with the image viewer. Looks like the image, but I'm not positive. Let me, it shows the same image, but I'm not sure. It looks like an image file. All right, now let me move to the third one, which is very curious. I wish to focus on that file, quack3. So I'm closing the remaining files. I'm not closing. I'm just trying to analyze this file, trying to focus on this. All right, now I need to take this part alone, the specific ASCII part alone out of this file, and for that I am going to use this find and replace technique. And here I am choosing the continuous 2 empty spaces, and I am substituting with my name. Now I am again searching for my name, and I'm using a regular expression, dot and everything. So everything before my name will be deleted now. So I'm replacing it with the empty string, nothing. I'm replacing it with nothing. So it will go. And now you can see I have extracted that ASCII part alone. All right. Now we got this one. Let me do a little bit of tinkering here. I'm removing the end line, the line terminator, the next line here. Look at this one. Now you can see the precise, concise code. And look at this one. It is a PowerShell script, and here is a variable, I guess. They defined a variable, and here is the line terminator. So let me beautify this one, and also I will highlight this syntax, PowerShell. Okay, I think I chose the wrong one. Control-Shift-P, PowerShell. All right, I need to install that PowerShell highlighter. Here I can mention the PowerShell, so it is downloading now. Yeah, now I can mention the PowerShell to set the syntax. Well, we have done this. Now I am enabling the word wrap. Now you can see a pretty view of it. And here the next line looks like a bunch of hexadecimal strings. It could be a byte code, it could be a file. It is doing some split operation with the empty space, and for each character it is converting to, actually it is doing the conversion, it is converting these bytes to some other form. All right, it is actually splitting every byte and is doing the conversion. So that is what this line is all about. And I'm breaking this line break. I'm breaking these lines and doing some beautifier. And look at this one. Here is the indicators of compromise and the domain ozcontests.com. Let me search this domain in VirusTotal, and I'm going to see whether it possesses any malicious stuff in it. The search option ozcontests.com, and that's the domain. Yeah, look at this one. 12 out of 88 security vendors tagging this as malicious, and I'm going to details part to see this one to get more idea about it. So nothing interesting. Relations, do I see anything? Here is the IP address of associated with the domain, and you can see the list of hashes with .cmd extension. All right, and look at this one, bunch of OneNote documents. So looks like this specific domain spreads bunch of OneNote documents, malicious OneNote documents. Yeah, and you can see the first seen date. It's pretty new. Not new, it is 2022 March 30, so it is almost 1 year old. Moving to the community, do I see anything? No. So now we got an idea about this one, what this domain does. Now we got the, this specific URL also. Why don't we download this file to this host? So let's do that. I'm actually using curl to do that. This is HTTPS URL, so I'm mentioning -k to ignore the certificate, and -o to output that file. Stage 2 payload. It could be DLL or some other file. I'm simply mentioning the name here. Let's wait for this to respond, and look at this. Actually, it has downloaded 1229 bytes, I guess. Let me see the file, and here it is. It says it is HTML document. So let me open it in the Sublime Text. It is indeed the HTML document, but I don't think this is the file we need. Looks like it simply downloaded that HTML page as a file. So I don't think this one. So I'm simply ignoring this one. So this URL, I don't think it gives something. So let me use my browser and download this. I'm trying from my sandbox. Don't try to download this kind of payloads from your live machine. It could be causing some, some nefarious stuffs to you. Now look at this one. It says nothing is here. So when we downloaded, it simply gave this page. All right. Looks like a decoy page, but I'm not positive still. What is present within this bytecode? Let's try to uncover that. So it is doing the character conversion. So I'm simply going to uncover this one. I'm using CyberChef. CyberChef is an excellent tool to do the conversion, and you can use a lot of its features for various things. And look at this one, it's a bytecode. So from hex I am mentioning here. So there is an option from hex, and look at this one. Now we got a meaningful code, and I'm mentioning it here. I'm not disturbing the above one. I'm creating a new file and putting this here. Yeah, look at this one. Word wrap. It looks like a PowerShell script. Invoke web request. It is sending the web request to the URI. The URI is nothing but the value present in this variable. And what is the value of that variable? Let's see. AVN LNF. Do I see that variable here? No, it is not having. But what is this one? This specific thing. Is it a base 64? Let me uncover this. Base 64-D. It's a blob. Nonsense. But from this line I can understand one thing. It actually downloads the payload from an external URL and it is putting that file into the program data folder, and it is using run DLL 32 binary in order to trigger that downloaded file. So it is probably a DLL file with the extension .jpg to evade the detection. And again, PowerShell add type assembly name presentation core. Looks like it is doing some other stuff after downloading and running this DLL. Well, it gives a lot of information. I still wish to get the sample out of this, but unfortunately I couldn't get that. If I got that sample, I would have shown what exactly this sample is having. Once I download, do I get that? Error not found, 404 not found. Well, it is not available. This file is not available. But I remember when I was analyzing this sample for the first time, I managed to gather the second stage payload from that URL. Now that URL might be invalid. Now the URL might not be working. But at the time when I worked on this sample for the first time, I was able to download the sample from this URL. So I'm going to show that here in a moment. Now look at this page. I still have the file. I almost forgot this. I did the analysis on February 15th and you can see the sample here, the same sample that we are dealing now. And you can see this one. I'm simply opening this file. So it is simply an image file. So this is what the real image file. It says the OneNote, it is simply the OneNote logo. And look at this one. Here is the image that shows that open word, the banner. And the third one, it contains the PowerShell script. So let me open that and look at this one. And here is the same script. The same script we just analyzed, and the same URL, ozcontests.com. And from this URL, I managed to recover this quack.dll file. Actually, I have renamed this file. The file name was 01.png, but that is indeed a DLL file. Well, this is the file I was talking about. I managed to download this already. So let me upload this file in the VirusTotal and see what it exactly says. Let me open the browser first. Searching for the VirusTotal. And I'll be uploading the file here in a moment. And here is the file. I guess I have already uploaded it. Yeah. 8 days back I have uploaded this one, and you can see 15 researchers out of 69 tagged it as malicious. And look at this one, the signature description. It says it is Trojan banker, convergent, malicious backdoor. And look at this one, it says it is QBot. It confirms it's a quackbot malware. Yeah, let me go to this details section. And here I can see some associated. Yeah, look at this one. This specific binary imports these two DLL files, and you can see the function names in that. So by seeing the function name, you can identify what sort of activities it does, this DLL. And I'm scrolling down. I can see a lot of interesting stuffs here. Look at this one. These are the IP addresses. Once the malware executed, it communicates those IPs. Well, yeah, we got that. Let me upload this sample in any of the online sandbox and see what this malware exactly does. I'm using Joe Sandbox. Here is the sample. I have selected it, and I need to upload this one. Let me check everything is fine. All right, analyze with Joe Sandbox. It will take some time to do the analysis, so I'll pause the video here and come back once it is done. It's been nearly 20 minutes since the upload. but it is still running. However, it gave the verdict here, and it clearly denotes it's a malicious document. And here, by clicking this one, you can view the full HTML report. And look at this one. So this is the file that I have uploaded, and here is the file hash, and it clearly states it's malicious. It has a malicious. And look at this one, this graph. I think I missed this. Yeah, now look okay. Look at this one. Actually, this graph denotes what kind of malware it is, whether it's a ransomware, evader, exploiter, Trojan, or what. So mostly it says it's like a Trojan and evader. So that's what. And you can see the list of activities happening once the DLL is triggered. It uses the 32-bit PE files, AV process strings found, PE file contains invalid checksum. So there are a lot of things. And look at the process tree here. Actually, once it loaded that, it actually spawns the command prompt and also the run DLL32.exe binary to execute the DLL. And look at this MITRE attack matrix. Process injection is happening, and the DLL is run DLL it is using. It loads the DLL and it actually spawns the command prompt using run DLL. There are 7 other processes where fault process it is using. Well, so this is the process tree, and look at the screenshot of this. It literally shows nothing on the desktop when it is executing because everything is happening in the back end. Initial sample and dropped files not yet detected. But yeah, this is what from this report you can clearly understand what sort of thing it is. So it's a quackbot malware. All right, by this time I hope you got some awareness of handling the OneNote files. If you have no idea, if you're receiving a OneNote file but you have no idea what it is, don't click it. Don't click an unknown file. Just try to report that to your security team and ask them to assess that mail and file. Once you get the confirmation from them that it is not malicious, then you can access it. And yeah, this is what I exactly wanted to share with you today. I hope you really enjoyed it and you have learned something new. If you really did, consider subscribing my channel and you do all those YouTube algorithms, like, comment, share, everything. And if you have any other opinion, you can feel free to drop it in the comment section. Well, yeah, this video ends here. I'll catch you next time with another exciting concept. Until then, I'm signing off. Cheers, and I love you all. Thank you so much.